Hello folks, welcome to the short video walkthrough on Facebook analytics on NDTV data. So basically the objective of this project is to show what NDTV shares on Facebook and how its subscribers react to the shares, the videos and the pictures posted by NDTV on Facebook. It also helps us in understanding how the subscribers react in terms of sentiments, in terms of what topics are trading in the market, etc. So let's get to the explanation part. This video would have two parts in it, and there are basically two sets of code modules. In one code module, I have used a package rFacebook to fetch in the data. So as you see towards the left, in your data set, the records that I have fetched in is from the last month of 2017, that December, and from the 21st date of December to 2018 February, 28th of February. So this is records exist that has been fetched by the our Facebook package. In case you are interested in further details of the codes, they are in GitHub, and I'll post the link of the GitHub in the video description. So that being the case of when the data has been fetched up, let's next see that how do I want to analyze the data. So what I've done is I can choose the analysis date from, let's say I'm interested in analyzing the first 2 months of 2018. So I pick up 1st of January, and also I would like to have the analysis done up to 20th of February. Only 2 months of data I'm trying to analyze. And let's now look at the tabs of what the tabs show in terms of information. So let's look at the tabs. So what it shows first is that the total number of posts that has been posted by NDTV on Facebook is 738, and then we also have maximum number of likes that was garnered by a particular post, so that is close to 14,000 for likes, and then it's 3,316 for comments. We also have this corresponding figures for shares, loves for a post, and the number of sad comments that were posted for a particular post. In addition, let us see what these graphs show us. So the first graph that you see over here is in terms of proportion of shares that NDTV has posted in Facebook. So we can see that it posts the highest number of links, followed by the videos, and then the photos. So photos would be close to 5% approximately over here. Let us next look at the type of media shares and what type of likes, comments, and shares do these medias garner. So you can see that over here to the left graph over here, we can see that videos are the ones that are mostly liked, followed by also yeah, it is the videos that give in the maximum comments, and subsequently the same would happen for the shares for these 2 months of data that we are analyzing right now. So it is profitable for NDTV over here by analyzing the 2 months of data to say that video is something that its subscribers prefer to like, comment, and share upon. Let's next look at the special posts. So first we have the most liked post, and this is what the post says, that the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau Gujarat to visit Sabarmati Ashram. So this is like post, and you can see that the most liked post would approximately close to 14,000 over here. Added to that, we also have a list of posts that were most commented, most shared, and most loved, and the most saddening post. So, unfortunately, the most saddening post over here is actor Sridevi dies at the age of 54 in Dubai. A very latest news that we have in the media right now. Next, let us look at the time series graphs. So these graphs are basically developed in the DY graph. A very interesting thing about each of these graph is that other than the fact that if you hover over the graphs, they will give you the number of likes, comments, shares, and loves. Each of these graphs, you'll if you hover over the graphs, you'll see that what are the subsequent corresponding parameters that we have. What we can also do for these graphs is if you're interested in seeing the graph at a very micro scale, you can actually scan this and expand this or expand and contract these bars. And what you can see is you can have a very detailed analysis of the shares. So this is what it looks like. If you further contact this bar over here, you'll actually get the figures for each hourly detail. So this is a very powerful characteristics of the DY graph. We use this feature to even see other than the macro data. We also are able to see the micro characteristic in terms of when the which is the what is the particular time at which the post have been liked, shared, commented, etc. Now let us look at the key topics and personalities. Uh, it will take a couple of moments for us to generate the key topics and personalities over here. So in the meantime, let me tell you what the key topics and personalities have been analyzed. So the key topic or the personalities that we have, the first five of them, of course, are Sridevi, India, Modi, Delhi, and Dubai. So this is a combination of the topics and places and personalities that have been most trending in the last 2 months. What we do over here is we have used the open NLP package and we have fetched in the proper nouns to find out the most talked about topics. You can have the same thing done over the Microsoft Cognitive Services, but however, if you are interested in having a standalone script to do the same other than, yeah, and in case you are limited in terms of budget of finding out the Microsoft service, then you can of course go in for this kind of an analysis using the open NLP package. And what I have done is I have fetched up the common nouns that would be basically giving in the topics for the analysis. And lastly, let us look at what the sentiment analysis of the NDTV's shares are basically. What I've seen is that for 2 months of data, I would be taking approximately 1 minute of time to do this computation intensive task. So now that the sentiment analysis plots have been generated, let us look at what NDTV shares in terms of sentiment of its shares. So what we can see over here in the first graph is we have a couple of data for the first 2 days of January, and and these sentiments or the shares that the NDTV does is basically of negative sentiment. And in the mean space between January and uh, 18th or 19th of February, we do not have data provided by the our Facebook package, so that's the reason you see a very horizontal straight line over here. And from February 19th onwards, you see a lot of news that NDTV has shared on Facebook that is basically of negative sentiment, meaning that these news are basically bad news that NDTV has shared. So they're not exactly very encouraging news that have been shared. And added to that, let us see what is the sentiment scores and how the subscribers have reacted in terms of likes, comments, and shares. So if you can see the graph against the sentiment scores, you'll see that basically what you see over here is that negative sentiment news or the bad news is basically what are shared most over here, and the positive sentiment news having a comparatively lesser median than the sentiment are something that people or subscribers do not like much. Continuing in the same vein, you can see that even for the comments and the shares, value for the negative sentiment news are pretty high in terms of comments and shares, and that they also would lead us to believe that within this period of 2 months, uh, uh, the subscribers basically react to news in terms of likes, comments, and shares that are negative, eh, rather than positive. So this is a very important implication for the media house, specifically in terms of what news it can share, and possibly what are the likes, comments, and shares, and might even to certain extent show us what is the psychology of its subscribers in terms of what it likes and shares and subscribe and comments to. So this is basically a very short analysis on how NDTV can use this kind of an analysis of its Facebook users to find out what it can do as a possible marketing strategy in terms of news it can share on Facebook. So this is all that I have from my side. In case you're interested in sharing me some additional insights, please let me know. I'd be happy to incorporate them in my future projects. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.